I wanted to get on here and talk about consummation, right? And how we look at consummation of marriages as something that should be done on the honeymoon, and it should involve sex. But I'd like to propose to everybody that I believe that consummating a marriage shouldn't involve sex. And I'm going to tell you why. I believe that if you consummate the marriage with sex, that there should have been some other things going on in the marriage or in the relationship that was worth consummating, right? So what I'm getting to is, I believe purchasing real estate should be the way that people consummate their marriages, not sex. And why? Why not? What better way to show somebody that you care about them than to buy some land with them? Both of y'all names on a deed. What better way to commit to somebody and then consummate what your commitment is by buying a property, a rental property, a multi-family income generating property? What better way to tell somebody I love you and I want to spend the rest of my days with you, or however many days that we got that's good. You know, like, we ain't got to stay together forever, but we can stay together for as long as things are good. But for as long as things are good, I want to stay with you for as long as things are good. Let's buy some land together. That's the consummation right there. Look, if you are courting someone, a woman, if you're in a relationship with a man and it's just been dates and y'all getting to know each other and we going here, going there, and then you decide, yeah, I want to get married to this person. And then you consummate the marriage with sex, right? If you're doing it in that order, if you haven't had sex already. What was happening? What truly was happening before the sex that was so worthy of consummating or committing to long term? What was it? Was it the thoughts and the plans? Was it the ideas? Because if it ain't something tangible, then what the hell are we consummating? You can't. Ideas aren't tangible. Your plans aren't tangible. You know, your action is, and then, you know, what you have is tangible. But it doesn't make sense to me for people to get so caught up in one another, fall in love, as we said, create all these feelings for each other. And if you're abstaining till marriage to have sex for the purpose of consummation, I think it's done ass backwards. I don't think that there's enough commitment between the two people to be having sex. If y'all ain't got paperwork other than a marriage license, forget the marriage license. The marriage license is what binds two people together. It's a bondage contract. It doesn't mean that they were worth marrying or consummating, right? But imagine a man courting a woman. Imagine us flirting with women, finally getting one to take us serious. And then we start talking life and love, and life and love looks like to us, look, I saw this 2-acre, situation over in such and such town that we could get for the low. I know the real estate agent who's listed it, blah, 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 blah. Most women are going to be looking at you like you crazy. What you mean? You want to buy a property? We ain't even married yet. Huh? Buying a property, buying land will marry you, right? That contract is legally binding. And what better way to be bound to someone than by an asset? What the hell does it make a difference if I'm bound to you and you bound to me and we ain't got shit else to be bound to? That shit don't make sense. So bind yourself to an asset and then bind yourself to someone with that asset. That's marriage, if you ask me. That's the real definition of marriage. Finding the value, placing the value where it is, and then attaching yourself to the value. Those are married folk. You get together, you realize, I like this person. I want to touch this person's body. Go fill out the paperwork for an LLC, an S Corp, something. Put both y'all names on there. Show intention. If you're not at the stage, and see, I just said something that could happen in the beginning stages of relationships, serious relationships and marriages. What I'm talking about when it comes to the purchase of land and property is when you're at the part where you're like, yeah, I want to spend my days with this person. I want to be married to you. That's when you go get the land. That's when you go get the property. But in the beginning, when a person says, I'm serious about you, yeah, baby, I only want you, and I want to do this with you, tell that brother to go to irs.gov, look for, do an EIN search on the name, do an S-Corp search on the name, okay? Get the listings for these land deals, buying property. Like, I think we got our focus in the wrong direction. Like, we're looking at things ass backwards, y'all. You're looking at everything ass backwards. You're looking at getting together with the perfect person and then doing all these things. It's like, no. Get together with somebody really, really good that has really, really good intentions and start doing those good things together. Oh, well, you need the marriage certificate because just in case they want to run off. No, you don't. You don't. That is a human bonding contract. Okay? You can go into real estate with the person you say you love, and you don't have to be married on paper to them just yet, if that's something that you want to do. Your intention with going and buying this property, investing in a business together, starting an investment account together, these are the things that consummate connections, right? But when it comes to marriage, I think before people have sex to consummate their marriage, they should go buy property together. They should go buy land together. It's something worth having sex about. I mean, be honest. Like, what are we having sex for? What, at the end of it all, when we're consummating the marriage, what are we consummating? What was happening before we decided to consummate the marriage? What was happening? We just flirting, going out on dates and shit, happy. Now let's have sex and consummate our happiness. Like, that don't even make sense. Consummate your success in the relationship. Your success in the relationship is going to be directly tied to the relationship assets, not necessarily what the person brings to you, those assets. I'm talking about what the person brings to the world that's of value, right? That's what you want to consummate. I ain't want to be too long. DTMA TV, y'all. On this channel, I'm always right. So don't take my advice.